Alrighty. Let's see if we can get it right this time. Hello everyone. Welcome to the 5th stream. The 5th Let's Stream, I mean. Hi. Hey Crash Bandicoot. Bandicoot. Yeah. Right now, I'm at my other sister's house in a different place from where I usually live. Because I'm currently taking care of their dog. Ethan something. Welcome to the chat. He's actually with me right now. You can't see him right now because I don't have the camera. I decided not to use the camera for this one because I didn't want to risk like overloading my computer like I did last time. Hopefully it works again. Bonjour. Or au revoir. Bye, David Anthony. I'm sure it can work this time because now all I have is just the chat. And I think that's better because the other one, like last time, wasn't working because it couldn't handle like running the screen recording and the camera at the same time. Plus, I'm at a place with some better internet, so that should be fine. If you're hearing claw marks, it's because I'm actually helping taking care of my sister's dog right now. Right now, while she and my brother-in-law are out on vacation. Yeah, isn't that right, buddy? That's right, buddy. As well, I say from last week you had a good birthday last week. Well, happy birthday, Crash Bandicoot. Paw Patrol. Yep, Paw Patrol. I mean, I don't watch Paw Patrol, but you know, it's cool. All right, let's get started. So, from what you guys seen from the last short is that I'm trying to do more manual lip syncing rather than like auto lip syncing. Because Adobe Animate has an auto lip sync feature that I've been using pretty much ever since the first episode. But Joe Flash came to me and said he would be cool if we could actually do like manual like lip syncing. And I told him it takes some time. It's not too much. It did take a while, but like it is fun to do. Along with like a bit of frame by frame animation, which you're gonna see a lot in episode 3 now that we like updated that. Zuma Boo, Rarity's so dumb. Okay, cool. Sky, you suck, Rarity? You really think Sky hates Rarity? I agree with you, pups. Okay, moving on. So here we actually have like a scene. I'm working with Rarity right now. Oh, hold on a second. I'm getting a text from Joe Flash, and he says he might want to join. See, I'm asking him like where he wants to contact, because usually we do this on Discord, especially during like our visual history videos, but you know, sometimes it's different. I'm like DMing him on Instagram right now. Dean Cox, welcome to the chat. Cox, welcome to the chat. Where's Andrea? Oh, Andrea isn't here right now. I don't know if she'll join or not, but we'll see. Okay. Alright, I'm about to call Show Flash. Disclaimer when you hear the Discord sound. Alright. Just gotta wait for him to join the call, and there he is!
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you pretty good, Jonah.
So, how's everything going, Alex?
Everything has been going good. I'm currently over here with my dog. My sister's dog. He's actually right next to me. He's like sniffing around the room while I'm streaming.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, probably bring him in here because I didn't want him to stay in his kennel all day. This is pretty good out too. Say hi to the chat, Jersey.
So, how's everything going? Yeah. So, I guess you found a way to make the OBS work with your internet, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, I decided to do the camera this time because I didn't want to risk it like last time. Because I have the chat up, and I've been wanting to do that since the gaming stream, but it didn't. But it just kind of like overworked with my computer, so I'm just deciding to do just the chat for now, since I don't normally show my face in the streams where I'm making where I'm animating.
Okay, I get it. Well, I mean, hey, it's working pretty good so far. Definitely working a lot better than last time.
Yep, things are actually going pretty smoothly.
Which is good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
So, what scene are you on right now on the chat?
I'm actually on the scene where Rarity says, "Goodness, it's been a while." So basically, going back to the scene with in your room.
Oh, okay, yeah, where I'm just about to soon make the phone call to wake me up. I actually can't wait for that scene. I feel like that should hopefully turn out to be funny, you know, hopefully it'll come out right. Just
yeah,
just
and luckily, and if I make good progress this and this weekend and hopefully the rest of the weekend, I'm actually like halfway done with the episode, like halfway.
Getting close.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close. Again, I don't know if it's a first surefire chance that we'll release it in August, but we'll try however we can.
That would be quite something. I mean, we've been discussing about if we'll do anything special for between our birthdays, since our birthdays is like, I feel like somewhat 10 days apart or whatever it is, and we've been discussing about what we could do. This could actually be something we could put in mind, perhaps if the episode's finished in time.
That would be cool. Cool. I mean, I can't do it like directly on my birthday because my mother is going to be taking me on a little trip for my birthday.
Yeah, that's understandable.
And I forgot
well,
I need
hope
to
you have fun, whatever.
Too. And... Okay, 50 to 54.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just trying to, like... Because, see, when I'm doing auto-lip syncing, I'm trying to make sure the chin, like, in the bottom of Rarity's... right here, matches up with her lips as well. Because you can kind of see how the bottom of her chin kind of moves up and down when she's, like, talking here and there.
I get what you...
Hello again, DI Troy Kid. I hope I'm I hope I am saying that right. Melanie Meza. Hey, Applejack and loser. Applejack is even on here, right? In the scene.
No, it's just Rarity.
Yeah. Well, Fluttershy and Spike are going to be in the same scene.
Yeah.
$50 to $56. Wait. $55 to $56. $70 to $69.
So I guess if we want to try to continue to use this OBS in the future streams, you know, if we want to use it on every stream, I guess maybe this should be the way we do this, I guess. Just have our face cams off unless we're doing the visual history stuff.
Well, Jonah, we have been using OBS. We've been using it ever since for the streams. See, OBS is like the software used to like...
that we're using.
Yeah, the background and everything, like, I made all that. OBS is the software used to, like, show, like, the screen, show the chat, show the capture card, all that.
Yeah, I mean, I was technically talking about the background that we got, because this background's just, you know, as I kept saying, it's just too good to ignore.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I figured only using it for the gaming stream, but I updated it a little bit, and yeah, I think it's fitting for like every stream we do.
Yeah, which is probably just like I was saying, maybe we just have only face cams on, but like we did in our first game stream, since that went I think pretty well, and then just every other stream, like if we were doing these Let's streams or something, I guess face cam could just be off, and then visual history stuff, maybe we could probably just get rid of the chat possibly or something. I don't know, just make a few changes so it'll be safer depending on what kind of stream we're trying to attempt to do, I feel like.
Yeah, I get that. In fact, I could probably like use the huge rectangle like for the chat here, and use that to put like our faces on the Discord call if we have guests with us.
Yeah, that actually would make a pretty good rectangular shape for Discord.
Yeah, since if you guys remember, like I have like the call with all of our cast members like on the right side when I use the old overlay.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, I did tell she hasn't seen the message yet, but I did tell Hope about the idea where when we do the reshooting of the twilightsparkle visual history stream, we might just do just the two of us on it.
Yeah. You're surrounded. You're about to go to jail, Way.
I don't know what she'll say, but I'm sure she'll be cool with it. She'll probably understand.
Yeah. I hope she likes the new overlay.
Too. I'm sure she will. I'm sure a lot of our cast members would.
Yeah, definitely. Hold on, let me check. Huh. My dog's sleeping.
That's a relief.
Yeah. He's a good dog, but, you know, sometimes he causes a ruckus.
Yeah, since if you guys remember, I had like the call with all of your guys.
Just checking the chat. Because I can see
So pretty soon, you know.
What's up?
Oh, so I was saying, talking about video game subjects, so, pretty soon I will, I still don't know when I'll get the Final Fantasy VII Advent Children movie yet, so I can check that out since I already now have seen Remake and Rebirth, but pretty soon, I will about to be starting to watch, Maximilian do now play, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, because, as I mentioned, Crisis Core talks about the story of Zack, the original hero before Cloud, and, you know, how the events really went down and stuff, you know, so I'm really looking forward to that, because I mean, hey, you know, I've really been enjoying the remake series so far.
Yeah, it makes sense. Trying music a bit. What the heck? How did it know those
Yeah.
things?
I guess Crisis Core doesn't take as long to complete because with Maximilian Dude only having 5 parts of him playing Crisis Core, the remastered, the reunion version, it doesn't take. It's not as long of like parts compared to like when he was playing Remake and Rebirth, so it doesn't seem like the game probably takes that long, unless if it is. I mean, it just ultimately depends, you know, like because depending on how many hours, like he always has different hours in every single like stream he's doing, you know. But you know, judging by the way how it didn't take him too many parts to do it, I'm guessing Crisis Core doesn't take as long to complete. But it should still be interesting. I mean, hey, it'll really help us deep diver into what really transpired in Sephiroth first turning evil, and then you know with Zack being there, and then all that kind of stuff, you know.
16 to 70. Okay, reading the chat. JG Vision, welcome to the chat. Mr. Most Wanted, I know most use OBS. I've been using Nivea Experience the whole time. I have OBS Studios though and tried it. It's good. Yeah, I like OBS so far. I know there's other kind of like streaming softwares like Streamlabs or Labs, but you need like a subscription for it, I think. And OBS is completely free. I know, it's interesting. 70 to 69.
Hey Alex, whenever you look back on Instagram or whatever the post I sent you, I'm sure you're probably gonna find it funny.
Oh, what was it?
I was just going through Instagram and I just stumbled across this and I'm just like, I'm dead. Like, you'll see it in a minute when you get to check on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, that. I've seen those kind of videos. This... Hey, hold on. God, the music's way too loud.
Like, first of all, like, you see what I
yeah, I saw the John
sent
Cena.
you?
John Cena cheeseburger.
First of all, how did they make the burger shaped like that? And second of all, when you really do zoom it out, it's hard to kind of resist that they're starting to become a striking resemblance to John Cena.
Yeah, it's whenever you.
That is funny. Yeah.
What does OBS stand for? Open Broadcaster Software System.
So hey chat, what did you think about our first game stream that we did this past Monday? For those of you that were there, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I did get a notification earlier about a fan sending, there's still fans that are still sending some comments on our first episode, and the reason one was about a fan admitting how the Sunset Shimmer voice was a little bit low-key or whatever he said on the first episode, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, to be fair,
It sure has been
just our starter-up. I mean, like we keep saying, you know, episode 1 was just technically our pilot episode, and we're just getting started, so, you know, improvements will be made, and while I personally thought that Vanna as Sunset Shimmer was the best casting, you know, not that the other cast members were bad in episode 1, but, you know, I do say that her being Sunset's probably my favorite in the casting so far, but, you know, it was a little bit low. I mean, yeah, Vanna's Sunset does come across a little lower than compared to Rebecca Short Cats, but it still works, you know, I mean, you know, it's not like she's talking like Raven from Teen Titans, at least.
Yeah.
And that would be Tara Strong.
I'm surprised we haven't seen that with Bugs.
I wonder if Bug actually could do a Raven voice impression if we asked her. That would be kind of funny if we actually asked her.
Yeah.
She probably could actually be Raven now that I think about it. I can feel like she could have that good facial expression of just being like no emotions, you know what I'm saying? Some Raven's just always got the same face almost every time. She shows no emotion. She just looks bored as hell every single time, you know? Okay. Would be pretty funny. But yeah, again, at least, you know, I mean, that person, when he said the comment about that sunsetshimmer voice, I was like, yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah,
But,
like all of our
again,
cast members
don't worry, you know,
are mixed.
yeah, we're still just starting off, you know, we're still in the starter mix. I mean, this is only just the third episode we're working on, so no pressure on us. Where we will improve, at least we will do so. I mean, I think episode 3 is going to have quite the improvement. I think you guys will be excited, and you'll see when episode 3 is released.
Yeah, I did already tell them about how we're manually doing lip syncing, like I'm doing right now.
Exactly. And then yesterday or the day before, Alex sent me a little small clip, because every once in a while when these episodes are made, he always shares like little small clips of behind the scenes, like where he showed through his computer that he just wrapped up the ending of a Rainbow Dash scene and played a certain song that I requested in the private playlist that we have, or unlisted playlist that we have called Real World Meetsequestriagirls song ideas, or just a list of songs that we want to try to see we can play in the series. And there's a particular song that's, well, it's a cover version, but it's from a video game that if you've already heard me mention it plenty of times, you know that it's become my new favorite thing, and, you know, there's a theme from one of the versions of the games, and, you know, I don't know what to be used for, but hopefully we'll see if that music will slide for the Rainbow Dash scene when it's shown in episode 3. I really hope so, because those particular songs that I chose from that specific game, I do want them to be initiated into the series.
I'm sure you do, buddy. Because if you haven't guys heard yet, like...
There's quite a lot of songs we hope.
Yeah, because some of the songs we want to put in the series, guys, they are all, like, copyrighted. So if we didn't play, like 1 second of them in our videos, then we won't, they won't be viewable in certain places. So because of that, we mostly have to rely on covers.
Yeah, exactly. But there are some, like, video game songs. I mean, we can say that half of the songs we chose are from Kevin MacLeod, because usually almost any YouTuber uses Kevin MacLeod songs for years now. And
yeah. Then
there's a few others that come from, like, other songwriters and songmakers from, like, outside of Kevin MacLeod, but they're also YouTube free. A couple channels that we managed to find that do have copyright-free claim songs, so therefore we should hopefully be all good with those ones. And then a channel that covers, like, Nintendo music that shouldn't get copyright, like, copyright-free, so, like, things should be good. And, you know, in case of any issues do come, we always will replace them. I mean, that's what happened with episode 2 when we tried to use the original cover for the Michael Bublé Haven't Met You Yet song by Maggie Scott, if that was her name. We had it in episode 1, but for some reason the song all of a sudden just changed and got copyrighted when we tried to play it again in episode 2 during the end credit scene, so we had to change it to the intro song that was played in the first episode, like the starter up song for my introduction scene, you know, the Kevin MacLeod How It Begins song instead.
Yeah, because even when we use covers, there are times where it sounds like way too close to the original. Like this one time, I was on a stream and I was actually using a song from a song cover of a song from SpongeBob. And it was a cover, but when it played on stream, YouTube immediately, it was way too close to the original, so YouTube, like, copyright claimed it.
That's not the CG5 cover you put on the playlist, right?
Oh, no, it's not the Ocean Man song. It's one of the, yeah, it's one of, like, the background music. You know that
Okay.
I was mostly thinking about using that song for Snips and Snails.
That would. I can just imagine that being their theme song the way you're humming it out.
Yeah. Immediately when I thought of that music, I immediately thought that's Snips and Snails. Yeah, Snips and Snails are the SpongeBob and Patrick of My Little Pony. You can't tell
Kind
me
of are.
otherwise.
Except they're less popular, unfortunately.
Exactly. And the thing is, I don't hate them. In fact, I actually really like them. I think they're funny.
No, I think they're pretty cool. I can get why maybe many people don't like them, but I never had a problem with any characters. I mean, some characters that fans don't like, I don't really exactly have a problem with them. Even though some of their character portrayals and their actions can speak otherwise, like Zipper Breeze, for example. But I don't really necessarily hate the characters. You know, I don't have any hate loss for any of them. I mean, I used to say that I hated Sunset Shimmer when she was first a villain, but I didn't really particularly hate her. You know, I've come to realize I hate is such a strong word, and plus, you know. You see where I'm at today, where now I've become a huge Sunset Shimmer fan after her redemption mark started going in Rainbow Rocks, and soon Friendship Games and Legend of Everfree and all that stuff.
Yeah, when I saw some people do their reviews of the first equestriagirls movie, a lot of them were not fans of Sunset. And I saw the first equestriagirls movie, and this might be controversial, but I know it was the first movie. I know it was literally like the first thing they've done with like the spin-off. But if I'm gonna be completely honest, I didn't like it. I really did. I mean, it wasn't horrible. There were some good things about it. You know, like the songs were good, especially the cafeteria song. That song is always a banger.
Oh yeah, that song's always been my favorite equestriagirl songs. And yeah, I guess I can get your point, because looking back at the first movie, I mean, Rebecca Shoykin had a pretty good first starter of an evil Sunset Shimmer, but when you do kind of look back on it, because of how long she's been good for now, it's kind of hard to really picture Sunset Shimmer being evil. And you know, when you look back, it's almost like she comes across not feeling like she's all that evil threatening. You know, like Sunset had too much of a good sounding voice to sound like maybe she was truly capable of being as evil as she was trying to sound in the first movie. And it's like, yeah, I can get where things are going with that. Like, she doesn't sound as evil as probably compared to, like... Well, I mean, Trixie can sound nice at times, but Trixie comes across sounding more antagonizing a bit, and then others as well. Like, of course, Cinch. I mean, we know they're antagonizing, and of course we know the Dazzlings did way better. But I can get where some critics maybe lie towards Sunset's character.
And not to mention,
yeah, she doesn't
stupid.
feel as antagonizing.
Yeah, and not to mention the stupid thing Twilight does in the climax.
In the first movie?
Yes. You know, where Sunset threatens to smash the statue to the portal with a sledgehammer, even though the sledgehammer would just go right through it, and Twilight basically just lets her do it, regardless.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that before, but you do make a fair point. Would it really have been able to smash the portal?
Yeah. I mean, we've seen the statue break, but not with, like...
Yeah, that was only from, like, Midnight Sparkle.
Exactly. Okay. Hold on, let me check something real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah. So yeah, I can get your nostalgia take on the first movie. I mean, I still like it regardless, but, you know, I personally always felt that each film was getting better. But, you know, I can understand the reason why Rainbow Rocks still regards to being the favorite. I mean, I checked through Fritz Roley /Harmonite's Instagram because he did some Q&As on both of his Instagram accounts, and somebody did ask him about who his favorite equestriagirl villains were, and hey, I approve of him agreeing with the Dazzlings too.
Me too.
I mean, it's hard to argue against. I mean, it's kind of hard. Like, some people would say it's not even a question on who they would say is the best antagonist of all time in equestriagirls.
Yeah. The other ones were okay.
The Dazzlings really were quite different compared to most other villains. They really were something else when they debuted in Rainbow Rocks.
basically.
And I guess I should point this out to you guys in the chat. Recently, I just finished rescripting some of the episodes of season 1, because even though they were already fully scripted the entire first season, I scripted a new idea with color about possibly going in a different direction with some of the episodes in terms of storytelling and for certain characters that will appear. I shared him this idea to see what he thought, and he seems to like it. So I recently have rescripted some of the episodes that'll be in the future of season 1 that's gonna see a different direction compared to what was originally gonna be made. But hopefully you guys will enjoy it, period. But you know, maybe in the future whenever we do a Q&A and stuff, you know, we could reveal some behind the scenes and stuff. I mean, there's been so many times when we've had initial ideas for stuff in episodes and they got scrapped or just got changed for certain reasons. So don't think this isn't the first time that we've decided to rechange or rescript some certain scenes that take place in certain episodes of Real World Meets Equestriagirls. Yeah, I just finished wrapping that up. I do believe just yesterday. Yeah, just yesterday before I went to bed, I finished that up, and I did share with Color that I finished it, which hopefully whenever he does get a chance, he will check it out. I'm sure he will. I mean, there's all plenty of time in the world, so yeah, hopefully whenever you do see him, Color, hope you like the new direction I got with some of the episodes.
I'm sure they're great, Jonah.
Well, you would know.
Yep. You would demand.
I mean, hey. Yeah, it's just, I mean, I am the creative guy, so like, I guess so. I mean, you got creative ideas yourself too, but, I mean, gotta remember who really was the one that insisted on this whole series to come to where it's at today. But even Color deserves credit to be working with me as well. Can't let myself take all the credit for being the one that started this entire series.
Yep. And we have to thank Joey-O as well, right?
Yeah, of course. He's the idol and inspiration. There was actually a comment just right before that last one I told you about the sunset. Somebody commented saying both copying Joey-O, and hopefully he did see the comment, but I decided to reply to him. I mean, because, you know, I'm not mad at him saying that, but, you know, I just figured I'd correct him and let him know that we're not technically copying Joey, we're just taking inspiration from him. But he was kind of on point here. I mean, mentioning Joey was at least somewhat, you know, of a, you know, way that I saw the comment. I was like, you know, I mean, it's always cool whenever I look back at comments and I see people mentioning Joey-O, that they're understanding the similarities of where I'm getting the inspiration from.
Yeah.
And if you guys still haven't even seen Joey-O's Pony Meets World
Has
series,
been a while.
please, dear, do so. It's an amazing series. It's by far my favorite feature series of all time. It's been my favorite feature series for a long, long time. I mean, you really should ought to watch it. I mean, of course, our series isn't like a sequel to it or anything, but definitely check out Joey-O's Pony Meets World series, as well as his short-lived spin-off series, Earth to Pony, because the storyline went from Pony Meets World Season 1, and then Pony Meets World Season 2, and then the short-lived spin-off series, Earth to Pony, which I think only lasted for like 6 episodes, I believe. And then, a couple years ago, then Pony Meets World is now back with the 3rd season. And so far, there's only been 2 episodes of Season 3 so far for Pony Meets World. So yeah, I figured that would be worth sharing with y'all if y'all are interested.
Trixie, welcome to the chat.
Pony Meets World series. That is the correct timeline.
Roman Garcia, welcome to the chat. Trixie, what do you need to get fixed? When is the mysterious main villain going to reveal themselves? Pretty soon. We'll let you know that. Again,
Yeah, just have patience.
Yeah.
We can't go too deep into the details for spoilers, but you'll see soon enough. I mean, the story itself will even help as well. I know how bad you guys are wanting to know certain things are gonna happen in the series, but we can't really be going too far into details and stuff. I mean, can't ruin the series by trying to reveal the stuff that hasn't happened yet. Otherwise, you're gonna already know what's gonna happen, and it's just like if things were to be leaked, and then people are gonna know what's gonna happen, and then it doesn't create all the hype as we want.
42 to
It's
45.
like when Sora was revealed in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, like, even though his reveal didn't come until, like, I think a little bit later, but it did get leaked online for when Sora was becoming the last DLC character to be added to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and some people saw the leaks and they ended up believing it, because then when Sora was actually revealed, it ended up being true that this time it was not a joke, Sora was legit being in the game. I never saw the leaks, but it did ruin it for some people, so it did take out some of the excitement, because people now knew it was definitely coming true that it was Sora, but nonetheless, it still created enough excitement. It was still a shocking reveal. It was just awesome that they finally managed to make the impossible deal go down with Disney and Square Enix bring Sora Kingdom Hearts as the final character to be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I remember like it was yesterday too when that happened. It was towards the beginning of my college year when that happened in 2021, and I tried to attempt to watch it live while I was working in the morning in class, but obviously a little fire drill went off, so I missed it. And then when I came back to switch the screen to see what happened, and then I saw Sora, I was like, oh my god, they actually did it. Like I was hoping just like most other people that Sora would be in the game. And when I saw him, I'm just like, wow, they're actually doing it. Sora is finally coming into the game. So I missed the big trailer. So I missed that part. But looking back on it, it was just magical. I mean, even watching everybody's same reactions to what Sora was revealed, it's just quite magical. I mean, the fact that they even play like his, I don't think it's technically his theme, but whatever that song is from Kingdom Hearts that played during his reveal and in the trailer, definitely just brought all more magical and just brought all the joy, you know, like of course the songs just really felt so.
Yeah, my sister was completely like blown away by it because you know she loves Kingdom Hearts, and I only knew about it because my other sister texted me about it. At first, I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, and I know it was hard to believe, but it happened. And hey, and now you became a Kingdom Hearts fan, and pretty soon, whatever may be possible, if we do play one of the Kingdom Hearts, or all of the Kingdom Hearts games on future game screens, maybe I might end up becoming a new Kingdom Hearts fan as well. I may join you and your sister. Due to the way how you really are wanting me to play Kingdom Hearts 3 so bad, I have a pretty good feeling I probably will. It's like my hope is actually really getting there. Like, I mean, I've been enjoying Final Fantasy VII, and that's something I never would have thought I got into, and plus I've had my eye on the Kingdom Hearts 3 game for quite some time, but never really officially watched anybody play it and stuff, so this could be another game changer as well.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is a really great game. I mostly my first exposure to it was watching my sister play it on the PS2. I thought it was kind of weird, but when I grew up and started to play it for myself, I thought it was great. And it wasn't great when Andre got me the Final Mix remastered version on the PS4.
That's pretty cool, yeah. I mean, hey, my brother was the reason I got into Smash Brothers. I mean, I watched him grow. I grew up watching him play, and then I got into myself when I was able to own the GameCube, and now you can see where, as far as I've gotten to where I'm now, just a huge Smash Bros. Fan. I could say the same about any other game that I probably remember watching my brother play, but it was mostly Super Smash Bros. And Sonic games, as well as possibly Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Those are the games that I can remember mostly of watching him play that helped got me into that stuff too. So yep, that's what you call passing the torch. I mean, one generation to another.
What music am I playing right now? Oh, it's still Sonic Unleashed.
I can't even hear it.
Probably because you didn't turn up the TV. I mean, I set it kind of low.
I mean, I do have the TV on in my room, but I am like listening to, like, I have headphones on, so that's like I'm talking to you through Discord.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, hey, check. Can you guys hear the music?
We just don't want the music to be too loud.
Someone's mic is stuttering still. Probably Jonah's, because I had my official mic right here, and he's just calling through like his phone.
Yeah, on Discord. I feel like maybe me having these headphones on maybe are causing a little glitch, but I can try taking them off because when I first joined, when I heard the noise go off on the TV, it did sound like my voice was coming out just fine before I decided to put these headphones on. So I'll probably take them off in a bit and see what happens.
If any of you ask, this is Sonic Sky something from Sonic Unleashed.
So you know how in the private Google document sheet we have about games that we're suggesting and requesting for ideas to play in the future, Color, that fan-made Mortal Kombat game, Mortal Kombat Outworld Assassins?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I did thankfully found out through some YouTube videos because I wanted to know if it was multiplayer or if it was a one-player. After I came across a YouTube video to find out that 2 people could play, so if we do decide to play that game in the future, I did find out that 2 players can play, meaning that we would have to pass controllers. We can actually both play at the same time.
Yeah, some of the games we suggest, me and Jonah can basically just take turns playing.
Yeah. You'll see which games it is whenever we choose them in the future, But yeah, there are some certain games that we will have to have controllers with, some that we can play together, and some and so forth. So you'll see what it is, but we'll make it work. I mean, we always usually find a way to make things work.
Yep, we do. What month are you guys hoping to release episode 3? Hopefully August, maybe late August, we'll see.
We were just discussing about that earlier, where we were talking about it, because while we can't go into detail about how much episode 3 is done, seeing what you're seeing on the screen right now, we can officially confirm that it's nearly almost complete. Probably 80% of it is done, so it's not too far along to where it's almost about to actually be fully ready for upload pretty soon. And hopefully, if it is able to be finished before August, we could probably upload it in between our birthdays, like right after, because Color's birthday is like a few days, like maybe almost a
August
week before
9th.
mine, and then my birthday's like a week after, so yeah, my birthday is until August 20th, so between our birthdays, like, we can probably upload the episode, hopefully by then if it's finished, and maybe we can even do a few streams to celebrate, because we figured it'd be cool that we'd be able to celebrate our birthdays together.
Yeah, especially with everybody else. We could do another watch party.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That would actually be great. I mean, it seems like everybody that we had with us when we did do a watch party for the first episode really had a lot of fun with that, so it would be cool if we tried it again with episode 3.
Yeah, and we can invite you guys there too.
Could maybe even try again.
41.
Yeah, we could even try like that Discord stuff, like again, try to see if we can get most of the cast members to join, because I remember we did try to call Vanna while we had most of us over at your house to do it, and yeah, she didn't join, but we'll see maybe if we can't try to make contact with most of the cast members to see if they want to join into Discord and try to get some of our physical friends to be with us together at an actual house and just call in a party chat,
Mm-hmm. Okay, what else?
And just so you know, this won't be a live stream or anything. This will just be us having a private party outside of YouTube or anything. That would be kind of cool to do for a live stream, but we got as cast members, we gotta let the results see for itself before the episodes uploaded. Usually we usually always like to review the episodes, like even when they're not fully completed. Color's always sharing me what he's got so far. Like every once in a while he brings his computer over and he shares what he's got mostly so far, and it's always pretty good to look back at every single time.
64.
And speaking of laptop, hopefully my laptop will be fixed soon, because last time I hanged out with Color this past Monday for the game stream, I actually left my laptop over his house just to charge it, but it does need a little bit of work as well, because I don't know what happened with my laptop, but Color's doing the best he can to fix it, so it's still with him, but whenever it is fixed, I should hopefully get it back. I technically would have rather have been physically with him to help me with it, but since he technically knows about it more than you do, I think it'd just be better to let the more laptop experts do all of the work to see. Can't figure out how to get the...
Yeah, because this guy forgot his password.
I don't know why. I mean, you gotta remember, I've had so many passwords over the years. I usually always keep it the same, but I guess at times things can just change and all that stuff, and you know, it's hard to keep up with everything.
I would have wrote it down somewhere. 69.
I do have a paper for that, but you know, so much internet stuff and a lot of things that I require with internet or even like social media and everything, it's just hard to really keep up with everything. So I try to keep the password all the same for most of my stuff, but sometimes I just even forget that I changed it or just, you know, all that stuff. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, is that what the game is?
Internet, that's just all I could say. Yeah.
You'll see the game. But
Yeah, I can hear the music. Oh, okay, good. Good, Mr. Most Wanted.
Yeah. And
Yes.
again, Color, if we ever do decide to do game streams of us playing Kingdom Hearts and stuff, you should definitely still tell your sister all about it.
Yeah, she told me about it, and she told me that the PS4 she lended me a while back that I had over here. So it turns out that one is broken, even though it worked when I was playing it. She said it had something to do with the graphics card or the fan or something, and she's hoping to get it like fixed sometime soon.
Okay. Oh, that's alright. Was there PC versions of Kingdom Hearts that we could play instead if that was to be the case?
I mean, let me look it up real quick. Because I never heard of mods for
I figured
it.
I'm just thinking because
Why did that
so
happen?
many like famous games really got like PC remakes over the years, and I'd be surprised that the Kingdom Hearts franchise perhaps got one. With a game being so popular like that, I think these could be inevitable.
Oh yeah, it is on Steam.
Right.
Okay. I don't know if it's like the definitive way to play the games though. Cause and well, ironically enough, since I got Sonic Unleashed pulled up, so if some of you guys haven't noticed, haven't known, so someone made an unofficial PC port of Sonic Unleashed, and now it's highly considered to be basically the best way to play Sonic Unleashed nowadays. Because back then on like the 360, like the Xbox 360, like I even tried playing it on the Xbox 360, and it was I had my fun with it. Don't get me wrong, but it was definitely like really buggy. There were a lot of like frame dropping and slowdown times, and I just kind of figured that's just how it works. But apparently, apparently even at the time, like the Xbox 360, like the 360 was just like the game was just too advanced for an old console like the 360. Nowadays, beforehand, the best way you could play it was to download it from the Microsoft Store on the Xbox Series X. But even then, it ran at only like 144p instead of 180p. But nowadays, whenever I see people talk about Sonic Unleashed, it's they prefer like the mod. And what makes it different from like a PC port of like Kingdom Hearts is that the mod for Unleashed, it's free, like completely 100% free. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to buy it on Steam or anything. It is free.
Wow. Well, that's a relief.
I know, right?
But yeah, ultimately, it doesn't really exactly matter what version of the game you play, because we have discussed that, because some of the games we listed, like certain consoles we have, we do have the same game listed for the same thing and all, but, you know, it doesn't really but, you know, we do want to personally try to find the best version of the game. Like, for example, there is one game I'm thinking we could play in the future, like Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and if you watch YouTube videos of like games that have different graphic comparisons, yeah, the Wii version's like, it kind of like the Wii version of Ultimate Alliance kind of comes off a little bit more cartoony, while in Xbox and later versions they have enhanced graphics, like when you're changing the XPs and stuff on YouTube videos to make the graphics appear more brighter and stuff. And I didn't pay attention to that back then because I never really finished the game. the Xbox 360, only played on the P version, but yeah, the Xbox 360 version, PC version of Ultimate Alliance have much better graphics. Like they really, the shading and lighting.
Oh god damn it.
They blend in with the shading and lighting, like if they're in the darkest.
Hold on a second, guys.
I'm like, okay,
I'm getting a phone call real quick, so I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. I was running back through the hallway now.
Sorry about that, guys. If you wonder why I was talking like that, it's because I'm eating a burrito. A little hungry. I'm not that hungry, but I'm just trying to build myself up. Anyway, since some of you were saying that my voice sounds a little glitchy through the stream, I might have to take these headphones off in a bit, see how this comes back out without the headphones. I could tell you something interesting that I've been doing recently, chat. I've been getting into the habit of trying new foods and stuff more often. I mean, my parents have always been insisting I try new stuff, but I usually always just like to stick to my own kind of food and stuff that I was into. And this year I've been making a change with trying new stuff like Subway sandwiches and other types of food that I didn't really see before, like that, and burritos and much more. So I've been exploring new food ventures and like foods that I am into, but just don't try them in different places, like Cotton Patch and all that stuff, like their burger and fries, and I'm really loving it. And the last time Feller and I hanged out with our friend Anna, who provides the voice of Fluttershy and realworldmeetsequestriagirls, she insisted we go to Chili's, and I really enjoyed their fries and burgers too. And she even gave me a little piece of the fajita chicken that she ordered, and I am definitely gonna want to try that the next time I go there. So I really am starting to really explore more into foods and stuff like that, and it's really become very enjoyable. I mean, they've got some pretty good food, and it's good that I'm really willing to try new things, because sometimes trying new things wasn't always easy for me back then as a kid, and it's still kind of tough for me now, but glad that I'm wanting to try to do more than from what I never thought that I would do, you know? I mean, even getting into Final Fantasy VII is kind of another thing. I mean, I just heard that Rebirth was so good when it came out last year that I just figured I had to check it out. And so then when I thought that was good, so that was only the Part 2 remake, I was like, okay, let's check out the Part 1 version remake. That was just simply titled Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I like that too. Rebirth is definitely so much better, but both games were great, and now I'm just immediately became a Final Fantasy VII fan, and I only like the remake version, not the original 1997 game. Not that I haven't seen it yet, but the remakes is what got me into it. Similar with Equestriagirls being the reason I got into Generation 4 of My Little Pony, and I do prefer the Equestriagirls more than the actual Friendship Magic show. But yeah, and as I was talking to Curler earlier, I do plan on, at some point, whenever I get the money on Amazon, to buy the Final Fantasy VII Advent Children movie. There is just the normal one, and then there's a complete version of it. And because I did search on Google that they have different voice actors depending on which version. But I do plan. I might just get the complete version because I want to see.
Okay, sorry about that.
Seven Advent Children. So I plan on getting that movie, and then at some point, I will. At some point, pretty much after I check out a reaction compilation of like mashup of people reacting to the cutscenes of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I'm gonna start checking out Maximilian Dude play Crisis Core Remastered Final Fantasy VII Reunion. Because, I mean, they did have the original game from the 2000s, but since it's only the remake versions of the cast members that I'm into, I figured it'd just be best to check out the remake version that provides, like, the current Final Fantasy VII voice actors, you know, like Caleb Pierce as Zach Fair, Cody Christian as Cloud Strife, Brianna White as Eric James Morrow, and Britt Barron, excuse me, as Tifa Lockhart, and then, you know, all the other characters, even Tyler, or whatever his name is, that was once Superman being Sephiroth, and, you know, just all those cast members, you know?
That didn't show up on
6 of the
chat,
cast members that I'm familiar with. At some point, I don't know when or if I will, but I really did plan on doing another series, more reactions to voice compilation comparisons on my solo channel, because I don't do a lot of videos on my solo channel because I've become a lot more active on Flashstone Productions recently with Color, which is something I'm proud of. But I do plan on possibly, whenever I get a chance to do more voice comparison reaction videos on the channel, where I'm planning on doing the Final Fantasy VII characters. They have a lot of characters, but I'm not going to do them all, even though I am familiar with most of them. But I'm just gonna do like the characters that I'm interested in, like the ones that I have like almost somewhat full knowledge of. You know what I'm saying? Even though most of the other actors, other than the ones from the Final Fantasy VII remake games, I'm not gonna be too familiar with, but still, I think it'd be worth checking out. Because now that I'm officially a Final Fantasy VII fan, why not rate and compare the voices of the Final Fantasy VII characters, of the voice actors that voice the characters, like from even Kingdom Hearts or previous games and all that kind of stuff.
Ooh, we could rank the outfits from Kingdom Hearts as well.
Yeah, we could. I did tell you about this idea about rating the outfits for the Final Fantasy VII characters, like comparing their original outfits to their remake outfits. Like if you remember in Smash Bros. Ultimate, they did put the original artwork of the Final Fantasy VII characters' costumes from the original 1997 game, and then there's also images on YouTube of them in their remake version of their costumes, and you know, have like a side-by-side comparison. I do have an app that can help me with that too.
Yeah. Well, see, Jonah, like in the other games, Sora, Donald, and Goofy, they have like other costumes outside of Smash Bros.
Yeah, they do. I'm obviously aware of Sora's outfits. He always gets like a new outfit in every single Kingdom Hearts game, and he grows older too and gets a new hairstyle. And we all know he's going to get a new one whenever Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out, which I'm really curious to wonder when that's going to be released, since they haven't really been providing too many updates on Kingdom Hearts 4.
Well, I mean, like when he goes to like a different world, he gets like a different outfit. Like when he goes to like Halloween Town, the night before Christmas, he has this really cool like Halloween costume, and Donald has like this mummy costume, and Goofy has like this Frankenstein costume.
Yeah, I get what you mean, because I've actually, even though I've never seen the game, the full game, I actually have seen a few cutscenes on YouTube from Kingdom Hearts 3 where when they went to the Monsters Inc. world, they actually become monsters in the Toy Story realm, which is actually the poster you have in, your sister has in her room. It's like where they're in toy form, and then Captain Jack Sparrow.
They're basically just Legos.
Got pirate hats on, and then they kind of look more CGI looking, which is supposed to help them look live action form. And yeah, so I get what you mean.
Yeah, growing up, I always thought it was kind of weird, but pretty cool.
I don't even remember what their Monsters Inc. forms look like, but it's alright. I'll probably figure that out if we do decide to play Kingdom Hearts 3. And
they are pretty freaky.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, if it's been that way since the second or first game, then you know, gotta still continue on with that nostalgia. Whenever they transport to another world, they blend in with the world.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Sad they don't do it for like certain levels, because like in 3 there's the Pirates of the Caribbean world. It actually made its first appearance in Kingdom Hearts 2, but they didn't have alternate costumes.
Yeah, but at least they fixed that in the third game where they do get pirate hats and stuff, and they actually look a slight bit like CGI because, you know, it's supposed to help make them look live action, since we all know
and
obviously
with the setting of the world.
Always been live action for them with the help of Johnny Depp playing the character and stuff. So I forgot how it looked, but I think I do remember looking back on it. I thought that was pretty clever because CGI is the closest to looking live action form. They do have the Final Fantasy VII remake games looking like that. Like in game form, they look pretty realistic, but then when they do CGI cutscenes at the beginning and the ending of FF7 Remake and Rebirth, they do look a lot more realistic, and they come across looking much more human realistic than compared to their game models, that you could mistake it for live action form if you weren't paying attention enough. The CGI looks so good that some fans are convinced that they took inspiration from Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, since that was a CGI animated movie, and it's possible they could take inspiration from that because it looks so like similar to Advent Children. I really can't wait to check out Final Fantasy VII Advent Children whenever we get the movie. I feel like it's going to be pretty good. It'll definitely be great to see how the latest story, you know, the latest, like, conclusion to the FF7 story ends off, you know, in the future. That would definitely be pretty cool to check out. And it will be cool to check out Crisis 4 to see Zack's side of the story. It's just so crazy how it's only now in this world in this year that I'm getting into Final Fantasy VII. I mean, I'm definitely happy I got into it in time just right before I went to Fan Expo, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to take pictures where I got photos with some of the FF7 cosplayers that I saw, and then even got to see Yuri Lorenthal, who I know him much better as Spider-Man from the PlayStation 4 and 5 video games, and now I got to have another voice character that I can add to my list of my favorites, and that being Johnny. Crazy how all of a sudden I'm just starting to explore more into stuff. Like, it just, I don't know why it took me so long. Even I don't understand why I have such a weird mixed bag feeling towards certain things in life, but I'm glad that I'm starting to explore more, because some of these stuff I kind of am just like all of a sudden asking myself, what have I been missing out on? Because even I'm not getting it.
Yeah, like, the same could be said about music, too. Because, you remember I added that CG5 song, Forbidden Feeling? And you told me that you were loving it. You just loved it. Yeah, you just loved it. I didn't expect you to love it that much.
I know. Me neither, but the song really is quite catchy.
I know. Yeah. He does other original songs like that,
next time if you do decide to go CG5, I may end up coming with you, even if I'm not familiar with most of the songs, but the performance would certainly probably give me quite the lifetime experience.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And plus we could listen to one of his set list when he does come to Dallas.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, because he's on tour right now, but he's not coming to where we live.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure he will next year.
But yeah, there are a few games in the chat that we do have listed about maybe doing. Like, we're not fully sure if we're going to fully commit to playing these games. We just have them listed and maybe on the little document sheet underneath, and maybe decide to do them. I don't know. But, I mean, you know, there's some. Like, I could say, for example, I did list the Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth games for PlayStation 5 games. For, like, game ideas for PlayStation 5 game streams, and I did put maybe next to them, because while I do love the games and they're fun to play, you know, from seeing how I saw Maximilian do playing from YouTube, playing the games physically is just where it's like, I don't know, because it's not that I have doubts against it. I'm sure it's a fun game to play, but since you have to learn like how to be a great character, and some of the fights get real tough, since it would make sense, since I did have one of my personal friends talk to me about just giving me a warning for if I decide to play Kingdom Hearts with Color, that, you know, possibly maybe Color should be the one going against Colossus, since he knows more about the franchise than I do. It might take multiple attempts. The same thing could be said about Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, depending on how often that. Yeah, I just gotta be careful. So it's because of that, and plus some of the side quests they have some pretty tough fights and stuff like that themselves, that the side quests can make the games take even longer to complete. It's the doubt part, you know, that's why I'm not even sure about playing some of the other Legends of the games, because while I do want to explore some more, it's like, you know, because they take so long, it's like sometimes if I can't figure stuff out for myself, I have no choice but to look up like YouTube to like look through walkthrough videos just to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, I did have to do that a couple times when playing Twilight Princess, not rely on it almost a lot, and yeah, I mean, it was still fun, I was still getting past it, but it did feel kind of like I wasn't really accomplishing it on my own, because I was getting help from YouTube. I mean, it's a good thing that those videos exist, but you really would rather do it yourself. You want to accomplish something for yourself, but sometimes it's just too much trouble that you just have no choice but to. So hopefully we won't have to rely on that if we do game streams. But since if we do have to do it through game streams, since we will be on a computer playing games, you know, and stuff, or using a TV at the same time, it's possible we could like check through walkthrough videos to like figure out what we're supposed to be doing. So hopefully it doesn't have to refer to that if we were to play games like Final Fantasy VII Remake or Rebirth or Legend of Zelda games and stuff like that, adventure type games. But sure, it won't be no big deal. Plus we do have both as well, can't forget that. So hopefully that won't be too much trouble if we have to be forced to look through walkthrough videos. Try to. Maybe it's just my doubt that's getting in the way too much. Maybe that's just what it is. I don't know. I'm not trying to be too doubtful, but that could be one of the few reasons why I'm not entirely sure if we should commit to these games and stuff like that. So, but we'll see. And you know, it would be cool to really play some of these games that I thought of myself, you know, to fruition. But you know, just because just how long they would take to complete, and plus, like we said before, about us not living together or getting a lot of time to be together like every single day because some of these games would take multiple days. You know, you have to go through weeks or even months to sometimes complete these kind of games. You really would have to stay playing it constantly, you know, which is going to be hard, especially if we had jobs and stuff that it's like doubtful whether if we'd really be able to finish a game. And we may not even be able to finish it all because some people, you know, for the side quests in like games like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, you don't have to do everything. Like you don't have to do a 100% walkthrough, but chances are we may want to at least complete most of it. But if some stuff do get too difficult, then we are required to just get it like we do the side quests. Perhaps it's too much trouble, but you know, knowing that we want to try to showcase as much as possible.
You want to go outside?
I'm sure we would want to get through as much of it as possible. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, this is only just the start.
Well,
I mean, we only just did a
take care of
first
my dog.
Monday. We don't want to get too far into exploration of what we possibly may or may not play in the future games. But we'll see. But you know, I'm sure there could be a chance some of you guys probably could tell us that maybe you want to see us play these games, even if we are being a little bit like maybe and doubtful. But I'm sure you guys have faith in us. So if I were to ask you guys right now, because with me being a maybe and not being too sure if we should really commit to playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, Integrate, or Final Fantasy VII Rebirth by the lovely franchise, I'm sure if I were to ask you guys if you want to see maybe Color and I play that, you know, I'm sure there's got to be a few of you guys that maybe believe in us and said we should do it, but we'll see. But let's not go too far into that, because we still haven't even decided what games to do. I mean, we have so many games listed that there are so many options that we could explore. We even went to GameStop and Game Exchange this past Monday after we did the stream as well, and some of those stores, they have quite a number of games that we could possibly explore into. It's just so many games, like, it's just it's like you don't know where to go to. I mean, video gaming has been so popular for so many years. There have been thousands and hundreds of games that just, it's impossible to explore them all. I mean, of course, we're never, I mean, not a single human being ever be able to explore every single game ever created for the system. I mean, that's, I don't even need to delay that that's impossible. Ethan, speaking of Fan Expo Dallas, did you guys say hi to Hope Rainbow World for me? I don't know if we did, Ethan, but we'll be sure to tell her if that's what you're wanting. It's crazy hard for me to know Hope for about a year now. She's already been doing something good credit to us ever since. Sorry for the long silence, guys. I just don't know what to say next. Just kind of just let this point be funny. Like, Color say something if you got anything he wants to say.
Well, I don't really have much to say. I mean, I'm checking the chat, and you kind of already answered most of them.
I guess I did. I mean, I didn't mean to actually talk that much longer than
I mean, it's not your fault, because I had to take my dog outside. Yeah, that's why it's nice to have, because you entertain the chat while I'm busy doing something or something.
Yeah, true.
Ow. Ow.
I'd be curious to wonder, like, if we do decide to do this little private watch party for episode 3, like in between August, if it is able to come out by then. Curious to wonder who we'll be able to have with us. I mean, there's already a couple people I already know we'll probably physically be able to have with us if they're available, but I'm just wondering if, like, the rest of the cast members, other than Anna and Andrea, we're gonna just have to call them or stuff like that.
I guess it just depends on the circumstance.
Yeah, I remember we did had Aline with us, and that was just a one-time thing so far. You know, we haven't seen her again ever since. You know, in person. Right? It really would be honestly great if Hope was closer to us. I definitely would have loved to have had her physically over with us, hanging out. Like, out of all the cast members, I'd hope to have physically with us, hanging out and doing stuff like this. Hope would definitely be at the top of the list.
Yeah, we always have fun with her all the time.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, Hope has really become such a good friend to us ever since we met her last year at HarmonyCon in 2024. I mean, we really would have never thought she'd be that good of a friend to us, but ever since we just met her and then we just kept up with her on social media and became Spike and Real World Meetsequestriagirls episode 2 and stuff like that, a lot of things just really have changed since then, and just for her to have like this good of a friend and her being with us, I mean, it's pretty amazing when you really just think about it. Only less than a year. It just becomes so much of a good friend to us, but you know, we really couldn't be any more happy to have Hope. And any of the other cast members are all great too, but you know, Hope really just, it's like she's really started to become a much more closer, personal, like, friend, you know what I'm saying?
We could say the same thing with everybody else as well.
Yeah, I mean, we try to treat them like family, is what we say.
Yeah, we like to treat our content creators fairly. And speaking of which, update on that Kickstarter for Bug's girlfriend's dad. It's actually going pretty smoothly. I'm sorry I wasn't able to do like a game stream sooner than later for it, but it's going pretty smoothly. So and the GoFundMe is going pretty fine from what I've seen. And even if
I took the headphones off because some of the guys in the chat were complaining about, you know, my voice being a little glitchy or whatever, and I don't know why, but I took the headphones off now and I'm trying to listen to you, and now your mic sounds quiet on my side.
Have you tried turning it up?
I guess. I mean, I have my volume turned up all the way on my phone. I don't know why all of a sudden now I can't seem to hear you.
What's this?
Like, I can barely even hear a word you're saying, almost.
Here, I'm talking directly into the mic. Can you hear me now?
Okay, I'm starting to hear you just a little bit more, but, you know, it's not, like, loud enough to where, you know...
I want to scream, but I feel like that might be loud to the chat.
I don't know, something may have just went down on my phone, I don't know.
Oh, say, can you see?
Yeah, I don't want to say this stuff happens too often when we call through Discord chat, but yeah, I guess it's safe to say issues like these are bound to happen a lot from time to time. And you gotta understand that I do have a laptop, but you know, I don't know how to call through stuff like that, so I don't have like a computer setup like Color does, so unless if I was able to call through there, maybe things could have been a little bit easier, but I'm not as big of a technology kind of person compared to Color Me Stoked here. I can still hear nothing.
We'll be fine, buddy.
I can tell you're talking because the whole background of your screen here and the Discord chat's going green, but I can't even hear you one bit.
Let me see if I can change my voice settings.
Like, I don't even know what you're saying. Now you just sound like you're fully muted.
Okay, there, the output is turned up a little bit.
Having all these fans on don't help as well. So this is why sometimes, like, this has been an issue for me ever since I did my solo channel. I always
How you doing?
like the fact that I had to turn my fans and stuff off sometimes so that way I could just make sure that I can hear the video and myself and stuff, since I couldn't have the volume on my phone turned up all the way when doing reaction videos, otherwise it'd be too loud for the viewer's side and stuff. And then
How about this now?
sometimes, you know, it's just too hot, and all of a sudden I start sweating and stuff, and then I just have forced to have fans on and all that stuff. Like, I don't know why that's always been an issue. I mean, if I had headphones on, it would have made things a lot easier, but unfortunately, like I said, I don't have computers set up and all that stuff, so it's always just... This has always been somewhat of an issue for me for years now.
Right. Which one is T again? Can you hear me good now, buddy? Hello? Hello?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yep. Just back to just not knowing what to say next, chat, I know. I don't know why this happens to me quite frequently, but, you know, sometimes when you just have said so much, I usually don't know what to say next. And again, I still don't know if I can hear color through the Discord chat anymore without my headphones on, or if it's me, if it's my phone, or it is, I don't know.
Well, I'm sure we'll be fine, buddy. Okay? Let me try leaving and coming back
That's
in.
if color's still here.
Okay, I joined and then came back in. Can you hear me now? Hello? Hello?
I'm guessing
Hello?
Bill is trying to fix things up here because he did leave the chat on Discord for a bit. I mean, I don't know if you guys can
Hello?
hear the volume. I think
Hello?
you can, because I did look through the chat through YouTube on TV, and I did hear the sound of Discord going on and off whenever I joined and stuff. So you guys probably may have heard the little Discord sound when he left and rejoined. So I don't know.
Hello? 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 Hello?
My headphones on now. I don't know. Maybe you guys can hear us just fine. I'm pretty sure, but we just can't hear each other now that I took my headphones off.
How about now?
Because again, some of you guys were saying my voice was sounding a little bit glitchy with the headphones on. I don't know if it's making any better without my headphones on. Maybe it's just because Discord and this OBS and stuff is just... Maybe
No,
the
it's
internet,
just...
I don't know, crashing, or I don't know what's going on. Keep in mind, this has been a common issue for a long, long time when we've been doing a lot of these streams, so don't think this is the first time.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna try like a different site to call. trying a different site now. Save it. This is actually the site that I called him first for going to Discord. Hi, my name is AJ. Hey, AJ Jones. Welcome to the chat. No answer. Try the other one.
Here I am.
Can you hear me better now, buddy?
Can you hear me just fine?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay,
This is way
good.
better.
Okay, good.
Now we're back in the mix.
Yep.
Shit.
What happened?
I dropped some shit. Well, I started to put something up on my my desk, whatever that my Apple TV's on. The way I said that though. Shit. I don't know why I said that. I just. At least that gave you a little laugh. Gotta know one thing about us, Chad. We're a bunch of goofballs.
Yep. We're pretty goofy goofballs.
You'll probably see plenty of more on that on game streams in the future. I remember that shit.
50. Hold on, I think my dog wants to come back in now.
Okay. Some reason I got that Sonic short stuck in my head now. Just the shadow and Chris being a chicken thing. It's a chicken, I tell you, it's a giant chicken! Gotta know something else about me, guys. Every once in a while, I always be remembering funny stuff from YouTube videos, and I just can't help but laugh and also recreate them. That giant chicken thing. Oh my god, I don't know why that's funny to me. Just, it's a chicken, I'm telling you, it's a giant chicken! I don't know why that's funny to me. I got an amazing sense of humor, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright. Here we
What
go.
the heck?
Sorry, was that for a second? My dog needed to come back inside. Connection lost. Oh, shoot. Let me try calling him again. Ah. Doing. Lost connection for you for a second there.
Call 3, everybody. I don't know what just happened there, but
That was kind of weird.
I don't know. It's like all of a sudden it told me to call you back, and then yet I still heard you for a moment, and then it just finally stopped.
Hmm.
What the hell is going on?
Cheer up, Buster. No be. You can't be done now. Gotta keep your head up. Whoa!
Where's that from?
The Arthur videos.
Oh god.
Yeah, one of the other teachers was like, "Cheer up, Buster. Don't fail out now. You gotta keep your head up." Whoa!
The ghetto Arthur stuff, man.
That shit is hilarious.
We're gonna tell you this right now, chat. We've been talking a lot. We've been checking it out from time to time because Carlo's been in love with the Ghetto Arthur series on YouTube, and he's been getting a laugh out of it, and it's making me laugh. And we might be thinking about doing a reaction stream in the series. We don't really do reactions on this channel, but we could possibly do that in the future, where we may check out MLP content as well as other stuff outside of MLP. And we talked about possibly wanting to maybe check out Ghetto Arthur series, where we just watch it normally, and more than likely we're probably gonna laugh our butts off, or maybe even, I don't even know if we'll even do it, if we should even turn it into a try not to laugh challenge, because more than likely we're probably gonna fail if we do.
I mean, we've tried doing that before, and we haven't had the best luck at it because it's hard to make me laugh. But I don't know why the Arthur videos just turn that funny bone in my body, and just makes me like just laugh, just chuckle like a freaking goofball.
I know. I mean, but you know, you never know. You could end up losing in a Ghetto Arthur. Try not to laugh if we did so. Because I mean, if this is really tickling you that much, I mean, yeah, but Color is usually pretty good at trying not to laugh stuff. But we'll see. I mean, it'd be worth trying just to see how well we do.
Yep.
I'm sure Andrea would probably lose.
Definitely.
I wonder if we should just do just the two of us, or maybe we should ask other people if they want to try not to laugh at Ghetto Arthur videos with us and just see who fails and who
It might not be
succeeds.
their sense of humor, especially like Anna Kay. Because we showed her those
Yeah.
videos and she wasn't a fan of them.
She was kind of mostly laughing at us the way we were laughing. I mean, you had me dying at Chick-fil-A when you were laughing your butt off of it. I just was sitting next to that chair and I had sweat coming out of my face and everything. God, that was just too funny. And I'm never gonna let it live down, Anna. Sorry if you're watching this. I'm never gonna let us live that down with the laughing lore we used to have. I
She
kind of
is-
miss it,
She is
honestly,
in the chat.
but-
She was in the chat like a second ago. She probably laughed.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna sue you for the ABC.
I wanna pay with you anyway. The Will Ferrell, dude. Yeah, it was PayPal commercials. Yeah, did you just pay with PayPal? And he sings that song. I wanna pay with you everywhere. whatever that parody of song, whatever. I don't know what song he's parodying when he sings that, but being Will Ferrell, it's funny.
Mm-hmm. Will Ferrell is pretty funny.
Quite the classic comedian he is.
Yeah.
I'm at the part on the Apple TV where you're trying to call me through Instagram. I can hear the little buzzing sound going off.
Yeah.
They used to call me on my cell phone. Think about that every time I say that. I don't know why. This has been stuck in my head for as long as I can remember. So yeah, after this stream's over, guys, I don't know what stream we'll do next, but you know, as we said, we'll just come up with whatever stream we got.
Yeah.
It would be great if we are able to, you know, do some more streams pretty soon. I mean, you know, we did always keep talking about how I do want to try to hope we can reshoot the twilightsparkle streams, as we do have to do another one, because if you guys are still seeing the stream on our channel, yeah, it's completely muted, but a lot of the views got copyrighted, so we have to do the whole stream again. And this time we may do it just the two of us, and hopefully we can finally get to sunset at some point. We really do want to finally get to sunset, which I kind of like to hope that maybe for when we do our birthdays, maybe we could do the Sunset River stream as one of our potential, like, birthday celebration night streams.
We could.
If we can get to her in time, if we're able to shoot the Twilight. But if not, it's fine. We'll see.
Yep.
No rushy.
No rushy, no backsies.
No dashy. Get it? Dashy.
Yeah.
Talking about Dashy Games, or Dashy XP, ladies and gentlemen, from YouTube. Shout outs to him. What up? It's Dashy! I love that guy. He's so funny. You know, he has his own little videos on YouTube of Dashy XP channel. He has like ghetto videos, like Ghetto Chef and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I wonder if we should check out some of his videos if we were to do try not to laugh reaction videos, or just try not to, or just watch regular like videos like him doing like his little ghetto chef skits and stuff like that. You know,
Could be
that would
interesting.
definitely
I
make me.
think I might prefer, like, you know, the voiceover cartoon ones, but, you know, it could be fun.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
that
Dashy,
guy,
you know the
the guy who does
face.
the, because the guy who does the Arthur videos, he does other cartoons besides
Arthur.
Arthur.
If it has any series that I'm into, oh boy, I'm sure I can imagine.
I
I'll be
mean,
getting
he
a
did
kick out of it.
SpongeBob. He even did Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
Hey Arnold, I just want to tell you that you're officially becoming a ghetto pal.
Huh. Oh, he does Ninjago too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Ninjago.
Never
What-
watched any of those, unfortunately, but at least I know what it is.
Yeah. He does some movies too, because you saw him do like Sonic movie 3.
Yeah. Is there anybody still in the chat?
That's where we turn.
I'm just asking because I've been checking on the YouTube because I do have like the live chat activated on the YouTube side of things, and I haven't seen like a new comment come up on the live chat.
Yeah. Can't be on for long. Just wanted to say hi. Okay, hi, Ninja Thew THN.
Sorry for you guys having to stare at that rarity face for the last hour or something.
Well, I mean, I'm manually like.
Rarity just kind of looks like she's trying to raise her hand in class or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of looks like on the screen. Just her raising her hand, like I don't even know what question she'd be asking. Sure would have been really cool, and whenever we do the Twilight Sparkle reshooting of the stream, it would have been cool to have Hope with us again. But you know, again, if you're really just wanting it to just be the two of us, no biggie, no biggie. Cause I always be just remembering these streams and just how much Bug really, Hope really brings to the table whenever she joins us. You know, it just really makes it more exciting.
Yep.
But if she doesn't join us for the reshooting of Twilight, you know, if you really want to be the two of us, hopefully she'll at least be available for the Sunset one, since we do want to try to get quite a few people on that one, hopefully. You good?
Yeah, just a little tired.
I can relate to that.
Are you on your bed?
No, I'm on my my game chair that I use, that I sit in front of my TV and watch videos and stuff.
Ah, okay. Oh boy.
Maybe you're hearing the sound of, or maybe you were hearing the sound of me sniffing because I was inside laughing.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like ever since I put that in as a short idea, that thing has been stuck in my head ever since, and I've never even seen the movie, but that has been stuck in me ever since. I mean, the freaking bull that never cropped.
Wrong letter!
Why is that stuck in my head
I
so
don't know.
much?
That's been stuck in my head for a few times as well, so don't blame yourself.
You're funny. It's just, I mean, it's not even that funny, but it's just such an iconic scene. It's just so hard to forget about.
Definitely.
Oh, God. Imagine if we make that as a joke reference and we will meet the Equestriagirls. That would be amazing.
It would.
And if there weren't any legends involved, but probably chances are there won't be. Well, let's see if we can initiate that as a short idea, though. Honestly, with us thinking about it so much, with it being stuck in our head, we're probably gonna more than likely commission to it.
Definitely.
If we got shorts like that that are really stuck in our heads so much that we really just want to do and we just can't stop laughing about it, it's just more like we're just saying like, okay, these are gonna be the shorts that they're definitely gonna want to do.
Yep.
That and the Wario Waluigi thing and the 70s show cartoon boy talk thing and possibly still the Goodfellas scene, you know, and what others were there in there? I mean, we've had so many ideas. Possibly some of the Final Fantasy VII remake scenes, because you know I can't get Final Fantasy VII out of my head.
Okay.
Well, I guess we could put the Kronk thing now in there. Oh yeah, that short that you submitted on Instagram, the Sonic and Amy thing, that was pretty funny. I can really picture Sunset Shimmer and Flash Sentry for that one.
Yeah, because we have like separate ones, guys, where they're separate like playlist is. In case we can't find it, we don't have time to like find it on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, and one of the new shorts that Color submitted on the Instagram private playlist we have, but more than likely I'm thinking Flash and Sunset if we do commission to it. I mean, honestly, would it be wrong to say that Vincent Tong would probably not be similar to Sonic the Hedgehog if he were to?
It'd be funnier if he actually voiced Sonic in Sonic Prime, because he was Knuckles in that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised to find a lot of like MLP actors were in Sonic Prime.
Yeah.
Although the sad thing about that is now whenever I hear Nine's voice, I'm sorry, but all I can hear is Rainbow Dash half the time.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, that won't be a problem for most Sonic fans because I doubt some Sonic. I know Sonic like Sonic Crew 128. He's obviously a Sonic and a Pony fan, but like 99% of the time, I don't know if like all Sonic fans were bronies, so they're not gonna have the same issue I did. Man, after I'm done with the stream, I think I might need to take a nap.
I don't blame you. I mean, you've been putting a lot of work in for these past few days.
Yep. Yeah. The rest I'll do off stream though.
Yeah. But hey, don't you worry, guys.
Just like I said, if you didn't already see us mention it earlier, we are getting closer and closer to finishing episode 3. It's still not finished, but if you can't, well, I could just at least proudly tell you that we're getting closer to almost finishing it.
Yep. Alright, hold on a second, I gotta use the bathroom. Hello.
That's where we turn.
Right. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry about that. I was just was getting a little snack, and I was just talking with my mom. I think we're probably about to go out to eat somewhere for dinner. I'm just trying to figure out where we want to go to.
Okay.
It's funny how I was thinking about King of the Hill by the time I was coming back in here, and now I remember that short that I submitted. Are you blind or something, or whatever he said? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
I feel like that's me half the time whenever I do graphic design work for clients. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Oh man. Speaking of picture printing, I don't know when, but at some point, if I do ever remember, I do still plan on going to Walgreens, print out some more pictures, because now that, you know, we've been about a month ago, or 2 months ago, you know, ready to print some more pictures out for my wall of memories.
Nice.
I'm just gonna have to be a little bit more careful with picture printing in the future, because I'm starting to run out of space up here, meaning I may have to take, like, because outside of all the pictures that are hanging up on the wall behind my TV, I have, like, 5 WWE calendar pictures on the top, and then 1 big poster that I got for Christmas one year. So, in the future, if I want to have more pictures, I may have to take those out of the way and probably find some place else to put them on the wall. That's probably my lucky guess, but I'm just saying I'm gonna have to be a little bit more careful because I'm really starting to run out of space. So, because this is the only wall, like this wall with it being like wood wall almost compared to the rest of my room being like painted wall. The tape really sticks better on that wood part of the wall than it is on like the painted areas, so that's why I put the picture right there. Plus, I figured it would be better to use less thumbtacks, so I can use them for like bigger picture frames, and then you know I can just use the tape for the Walgreens pictures, which really has helped. And, yeah, I just want to ease it up, you know.
Yeah, I get that. Why would I want to be on the wall of shame?
That's a weird word.
Yep, that's something he says. Why would I want to be on the wall of shame? Yeah, it was that episode when SpongeBob was when they were fighting about being the employee of the month.
Hey, chat. If it's still looking on your side of the screen, since the Apple TV live stream, like I'm watching the screen through
if it's still showing the picture of Rarity with her hand up, let say something funny in the comment section, dude. Like in the chat, like how about y'all make funny descriptions on what you think Rarity is raising her hand for, just to give y'all a little bit of fun, just while this picture of Rarity is still up here with her hand being up here.
Alright.
Like, what do you think? Asking the teacher with her hand up.
Alright, so here's what Rarity says so far.
Goodness, it sure has been a while now. I wonder when Alex and the others will return.
It's probably gonna take a while for it to play on my side of the TV because it goes like I don't know how many minutes late, but you know, I'll eventually see it when it pops up on the screen.
Okay, now I just gotta animate her blinking. What?
God dang it!
What?
Even though I've already checked out these series on my solo channel, you know what would be crazy if we decided to react to? Because I mean, we did bunch of mention that if we do decide to do reaction videos on our channel, like reaction streams, you know, we checked out My Little Pony related content. Imagine if we checked out the Friendship is Geek series. You remember that?
Friendship is what?
Friendship is Geek
Geek?
or Gick? I don't know. It's G-I-C, you know, Gick or Geek.
G-I-C? Gick?
I guess, I'm not sure. Have you never heard of them videos before?
No, I don't think I have. Here, let me look it up.
You're gonna lose your mind over just the fact of what they do in those videos. I feel like the most popular one probably so far is maybe the third one. I have no idea. I've seen they've only done like 4 videos. Like the first one was like, what a story, Mark Crusaders, and then the second one was like Pinkie Pie something, and then the third one was Friendship is Geek 3, Revenge of the First One.
Ah, let's see. Okay, that's a little weird, but okay. Sounds like it should be funny.
You'd be surprised by the stuff that's in those videos. So I still hadn't got anything from Hope yet about what, about that idea of us doing just the two of us for the reshooting of Twilight, but hopefully she'll see it soon. She's probably busy.
Yeah, likely with her job and everything. She often posts frequently on Insta, TikTok, etc.
Yeah, she does. You know what I thought that was crazy? Like, if you and me and some of my friends, if we go to Hawaiian Falls, of course we wouldn't be able to shoot a video there, but imagine if we were to do like something extra fun like while we were there, where like, I mean, of course we would have to be careful and stuff, but hopefully you still can explain that to your mom about the idea, of us going to Hawaiian Falls together. But imagine if we just decided to have a little bit of... no, wait, go ahead, say what you gonna say.
I was just gonna say my mom's on vacation right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, whenever you have to see if she'll be cool with it.
I'll try and ask, cause I can't, cause Ava's on vacation right now as well.
Yeah. It would be cool if I was able to be with you physically to try to explain her myself, just to try to reason with her myself,
Yeah. Well, we'll see, Jenna. In fact, I'll
Alrighty.
see if I can ask her, like, while she's out. But, like, ultimately, I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see.
Yeah. So what I was gonna say is, if we were to do this, like, imagine if we did something like extra fun, like just outside of us, like
Doing water slides and all that stuff. Imagine if we did like a little hide and seek video there. Remember when I told you about them Sidemen hide and seek videos where they do it in public places and stuff? Like,
Yeah.
imagine if we just had a little extra fun where we tried to play hide and seek around the place. Like, of course, we'll make sure we don't run because of water and stuff, But if we try to play hide and seek, and just one person tries to seek everyone, and they can hide anywhere around the whole park. Because it's so big, it could take a bit of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that would be kind of interesting if we were to do that, and perhaps maybe if the seeker has hard time trying to find somebody, they could just give up, and maybe they could just phone call somebody and just let them know, okay, we give up, and then you just come out of the hiding spot and meet up somewhere where there's a meetup place where once you find people, they have to stay right there, and if you can't find anybody, then you just meet back up and you just tell them where you're hiding at, I don't know why, I just get these random creative fun ideas, but imagine if we were to do that, you and me and some of the other people, like, depending on who comes with us. Wouldn't that be kind of interesting?
It would be kind of interesting.
because even though it can be a little bit hard to try to hide in a water park, it may be possible. You just can't hide in like indoor places like the bathrooms, obviously, or can't even hide outside of the water. Just like only certain areas being restricted, possibly.
Right.
Obviously, with bathrooms would obviously be unfair, because obviously no one would be able to go into the opposite bathroom. It's just to look for someone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I was
whatever
thinking if we
space
did
here.
Yeah. Because I was thinking if we did it for a YouTube video, it'd probably have to be someplace else, because we're not rich like the Sidemen are,
Yep.
Speaking of Sidemen hide-and-seek videos, I actually watched the recent one that was uploaded a few days ago. I just finished it yesterday, which they were hiding at KSI's house, and Toby was doing a pretty good job. He almost won, but Vic, apparently there was some nostalgias that were added to the game where two of the hiders got, little effects thing. Like, one of them got, a freeze thing, meaning if the seeker's about to get ready to find the person that's hiding, the hider shouts freeze, and the seeker has to stay frozen for 30 seconds to allow them to get away, and all that. And then Vic had the snitcher thing, where basically what he can do is when he's found and caught, he can snitch on somebody else that he knows where they're hiding at, and find them first that way. And then when he successfully finds somebody before the seeker does and helps them find them, then they can re-hide and get a second chance, kind of. And Vic snitched on Toby because Toby was doing such a good job. Because Toby's one of the best seekers in the Sidemen hide and seek videos, and excuse me, he was doing so good. But Vic managed to figure out where he was at, and although Toby was spotted, he still stayed in the bush, like he was trying to hide someplace else for him to not be caught, And Vic snitched on him again when it looked like KSI had him lost for a moment, and Vic pointed out to KSI because I mean it was his car thing. He was snitching. Toby got mad about it, which I don't blame him. I would have been mad too because he was doing so good. He got mad. He was like, "Vic, F off, man, F." He sounded legitimately mad. I don't know why that made me laugh. Even I told Mom about that yesterday. I don't know why it made me laugh, but I'm just like, it's an understandable, relatable reaction. Like, sometimes just understandable, relatable reactions just make me laugh, you know, because I would have been feeling the same exact way. I don't know why that stuff gets me. I mean, it's not the funniest thing in the world, but that stuff gets me for some reason. I don't know why.
Guess I can use this one. 100 to 240. My foot's asleep. Ah!
I know how that feels. I remember when I came out of the car sometimes when my foot was asleep and I tried to stand up and walk out of the car and I just ended up just dropping like if my leg was broken. I wonder if your leg was to bend the wrong way while it was sleeping, could it actually still break your bone, or could you actually not feel it because it's sleeping? If you managed to get your leg to go back in the correct position, could it actually survive you from possibly having to go to the hospital?
No idea.
I don't know why I'm thinking like that, because like I said, I just remember that one time when I came out of the car when my leg was asleep, and it just really made me feel like I broke my leg when I just collapsed real fast when I tried to stand up and got out, you know?
Goodness, it sure has been a while.
God dang it.
What?
Just remembering one of the Vanoss Gaming Crew jokes that they made, like Big Jiggly Panda and I Am Wildcat, they were playing Gmod one time, and I just remember when Tyler, or I Am Wildcat, his character model that he was being was just a pile of shit, and but it was kind of made to look cartoonish, you know, and they were making a joke about, like, needing to go to the bathroom, you know, needing to go, you know,
Yeah.
it starts with the letter. Like
Yeah.
taking a dump, and then to try to make it sound funny, Tyler just all of a sudden said, "I'm gonna take a pull-up," like try to make it sound different, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take a pull-up. And Anthony and Big Jiggly Panda started just laughing his butt off about it. I don't know why that's funny. I mean, it's not even really that funny, but it's just it's just wild, this random sense of humor that just becomes somewhat funny because, you know, you just didn't expect that. Oh no, I'm gonna take a pull-up. Like, why is that funny?
No idea. Okay, hold on. My duck's crying again.
I mean, I know you're not laughing, but I don't know if you find it just a tiny bit, like...
No, that is kind of funny.
Like-
I sometimes say words differently like that, too.
Sound like Gandalf. Sound like Gandalf taking a big pull up. Imagine if we started using that like anytime we need to go to the bathroom. Imagine if we made jokes like that. That would be so wild. I mean, if we didn't have like Anna or Andrea with us, we could probably do that. Imagine if we use that as the next joke for Cards Against Humanity if we ever get to play with the other guys.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me just check on my dog real quick.
Okay. That's another idea I'm thinking we could do for our birthdays if we get the other guys together. Maybe we could try to do a Cards Against Humanity video. You know, I keep bringing that up too much, but, you know, I can't help it. I really miss playing that game. It always brings out joy in me every single time. Cards Against Humanity just makes me so happy.
All right. My dog's actually back with us. Say hi, Jersey.
I can hear him.
Yeah. Say hi, Jersey. Yep. There you go. He just sniffed the mic. He just. Okay. Now back to animating Rarity. What's up?
I was just watching a playthrough of like somebody doing a speed run of like one of the levels of Super Mario Galaxy. You have to collect a purple star, and his realization when he realized how to get the purple star to activate so he could try to complete it, and just because he didn't know where it was at first, he was just like, wow, you know, like the look on his face just told the story. I don't like them kind of levels in Super Mario Galaxy where it's only one life and then you just have to speed run it, you know, and all that kind of stuff. You can't slow down when you have